Did you know that $74,000 a year is no longer considered middle-class income by Gen Z? That's right, folks. The concept of middle class as we know it is undergoing a fascinating transformation. It's 2024 and the definition of what constitutes a middle-class income is not just about numbers anymore. A recent revelation from Gen Z, the generation that's just stepping into the workforce, is stirring up a debate. For them, it's not just about pulling in $74,000 a year, it's all about lifestyle. Your Costco membership, vacation cruises, and the places you hang out. And it's not just them. Pew Research states that the middle class is anyone earning between $38,000 to $114,000 a year, with a whopping 73% of Americans identifying in this range. So, what's going on here? Is the middle class income threshold on the rise? Is it about your earnings, or is it about your lifestyle? Stay tuned as we unravel the mysteries of the middle class in 2024. Don't forget to like this video to support our channel. What if I told you that a Costco membership could determine your social class? Sounds absurd, right? But hold on to your shopping carts because we're about to dive into some perspective-shifting insights. Recently, a TikTok survey set the internet abuzz as it explored the concept of middle class through unconventional lenses. It went beyond just numbers and dollar signs and instead focused on elements like owning a Costco membership, going on cruises and dining at certain establishments. A Costco membership, for instance, was associated with the middle class. It's not just about bulk buying toilet paper or getting discounted electronics, it's about the affordable luxuries it affords. It's about walking into a warehouse and having the freedom to choose from a spectrum of products without worrying about breaking the bank. Then there's the cruise vacation. Once considered a luxury, cruises have now become a staple for the middle class. It's not just about the journey on the sea, but it's also about the experience, the memories, and the stories to tell. It's about being able to afford a unique kind of adventure. And let's not forget about dining out. Enjoying a meal at certain establishments, whether it's a cozy family diner or a trendy vegan spot, has become a symbol of middle-class lifestyle. It's not just about the food, it's about the social experience, the ambiance, and the joy of not having to do the dishes. These factors might seem trivial, but they contribute significantly to the changing perception of what it means to be middle class. They highlight that being middle class is no longer just about how much you earn, but also about how you choose to spend that income and the lifestyle choices you make. In essence, the middle class has evolved from a purely economic concept to a socio-economic one, deeply intertwined with aspects of lifestyle, personal values, and even geographic location. So, it seems the middle class is not just about income anymore, it's a lifestyle. A Pew Research has a different story to tell about the middle class. Now let's dive into this narrative. According to Pew, the middle class is a broad spectrum that stretches from those earning around $38,000 a year, all the way up to those raking in an annual salary of $114,000. That's quite a range, isn't it? They also found that a whopping 73% of Americans identify themselves within this income bracket. Now that's a huge chunk of the population. So, in essence, the middle class isn't a one-size-fits-all category. It's more like a giant multi-sized wardrobe, full of different outfits that can suit various lifestyles, locations, and values. But let's pause for a moment. You remember how Gen Z views the middle class, right? For them, $74,000 a year doesn't quite cut it. That number falls smack dab in the middle of Pew's definition, yet it's not enough for our youngest adult generation. Fascinating, isn't it? It's like standing in front of that fully packed wardrobe and realizing that your favorite outfit doesn't fit you anymore. This disparity between Pew's definition and Gen Z's perception underscores a significant shift in understanding what it means to be middle class. It's not just about the money in your bank account, it's also about your lifestyle choices, the cost of living in your location, and the values you hold dear. What's more, this shift isn't limited to Gen Z alone. It's a universal phenomenon, affecting all generations. It's like a ripple effect, starting from one point and spreading outwards, influencing everything in its path. In conclusion, the middle class is not a static concept. It's ever-changing, ever-evolving, much like the society we live in. So, the next time you hear the term middle class, remember it's not just a financial bracket, it's a reflection of our changing times and evolving perceptions. It's clear that the definition of middle class is more complex and multifaceted than ever before. But don't fret, we're all in this together, navigating the waves of change, so buckle up, the journey continues. Here's the kicker. Can you buy a house with a $74,000 annual income? Let's explore this real estate challenge that's redefining our perception of middle-class status. In many parts of the world, and especially here in America, owning a home is considered a definitive ticket to the middle class. But with the soaring cost of real estate, this ticket isn't as easily accessible as it once was. Did you know that the median home price in the United States is now well over $300,000? And that's just the median. In major cities like New York or San Francisco, you're looking at a price tag that's nearly triple that amount. So let's do some quick math. With a standard mortgage, you'd typically need to put down 20% of the home's value up front. That's $60,000 for a median-priced home. And we haven't even talked about mortgage payments, property taxes, or upkeep costs yet. Suddenly, that $74,000 salary isn't looking so middle class, is it? Even if you're saving diligently, it could take years to scrape together enough for a down payment, and that's assuming you're not dealing with student loans, medical bills, or other financial hurdles. This real estate challenge is a significant roadblock for many aiming for the middle class. It's not just about the numbers, it's about the lifestyle and financial stability that come with homeownership. But here's the silver lining. Acknowledging this challenge is the first step towards overcoming it. As we continue to redefine what it means to be middle class, perhaps we can also redefine our approach to homeownership. Maybe it's time to explore alternative housing options, lobby for more affordable housing policies, or even reconsider the importance we place on owning a home in the first place. The American dream of homeownership is getting pricier, and it's reshaping our understanding of the middle class. Let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Our journey through the middle-class landscape has been both enlightening and, dare I say, a little surprising. We've seen how Gen Z's perspective, a TikTok survey, and Pew Research's definition have all added their unique flavors to the middle-class stew. The middle class, traditionally seen as the backbone of any society, is no longer just about the numbers on your paycheck. It's about Costco memberships, cruise vacations, and your favorite coffee shop. It's about lifestyle choices and values that extend beyond the dollar signs. Remember when we said that a large chunk of Americans, around 73% to be precise, see themselves as part of the middle class? Well, that's based on an income range of $38,000 to $114,000 a year. But as we've discovered, the perception of what constitutes this income bracket is not as clear-cut as it might seem. The location is another key player in this game. What feels like a middle-class lifestyle in one city could be a struggle in another. And then there's the elephant in the room, real estate. It's no secret that the high cost of homes today poses a significant challenge for achieving middle-class status. $74,000 a year might sound like a lot, but when it comes to buying a house, it may not stretch as far as you'd think. In a world where economic landscapes are rapidly changing, the middle class is not immune to these shifts. It's evolving, adapting to the new norms and realities of our time. And as it does, our understanding and definition of what it means to be middle class needs to keep pace. So there you have it. The middle class as we know it is changing. It's not just about the money anymore. It's about lifestyle, location, values, and yes, the ability to own a home. The definition of middle class is not what it used to be, and it's going to continue to evolve. Before we wrap up, here's a quick recap. We've taken a deep dive into the new middle-class income in 2024. We've learned that Gen Z doesn't consider $74,000 a year as middle-class income, a perspective influenced by factors like lifestyle choices and the cost of real estate. Remember, buying a house on this income is quite a challenge today. We've also noted that the Pew Research Center defines the middle class as those earning between $38,000 to $114,000 a year, with almost 3/4 of Americans falling into this range. But as we've seen, the definition of middle class is changing, influenced by subjective factors and the economic climate. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insights into building wealth. And remember, every like helps us continue this exciting exploration. Stay savvy, stay informed,